Cereal time, cereal time, cereal time, whoa.
What's up, cereal heads? Today we're going to talk about some of my favorite cereals from one of my favorite cereal brands, Nature's Path. So I've been making videos here for almost a decade now, and I've covered lots of cereals, most of them sugary kid cereals. But I'm going to let you in on a little confession. I don't actually eat any of those cereals for breakfast. I did when I was a kid, for sure. But nowadays, I'll only eat a bowl of Lucky Charms or Captain Crunch for dessert, or when I'm filming one of these review videos here. So what do I eat for breakfast then? Well, I still eat cereal pretty much every morning, but it's almost exclusively Nature's Path cereal. I love pretty much every variety they offer, and I'm going to show you a few of my favorites here, but first I think we should talk briefly about the brand. So Nature's Path is a Canadian company. It was founded back in 1985 by Aaron and Ratana Stevens. Early on they started with organic breakfast cereals, but since then the company has branched out into other products. Their products are vegetarian and organic, and they are consistently named one of Canada's best employers. Now, as someone who's been pretty critical of the big cereal companies' business practices here in the US, it looks like Nature's Path walks the walk. They seem to really focus on sustainability and reducing their environmental impact, and they do a lot of philanthropy as well as pairing with a lot of family farms throughout Canada and the US. And even though there may not be ethical consumption in this capitalistic society, they seem to be one of the better companies, and I don't mind supporting them. And what makes it easier is that I genuinely love pretty much all of their cereals. They have a few different sub-brands under their general cereal brand, including Enviro Kids cereals. Those are a little sweeter, marketed towards kids. They have animal mascots on the boxes. They have a Love Crunch brand, which I think I've reviewed in a previous video. And then there's Kia, which has chia seeds. But this video is about the original plain old Nature's Path cereals, of which they have over a dozen types. Everything from this Sunrise Crunchy Cinnamon, which features grains like quinoa, flax, and buckwheat, to something like Golden Turmeric Flakes, which I think I actually reviewed in a previous video. But for the sake of brevity, I'm going to talk about 3 of my favorite Nature's Path cereals in this video. First, let's start with Flax Plus Red Berry Crunch. This cereal has crunchy wheat flakes with little granola oat clusters and flax seeds and freeze-dried strawberries and raspberries. It's got a great crunchy texture, a good sweetness level, and there's some tartness from the berries in there. So here's what a bowl of Red Berry Crunch from Nature's Path looks like. You can see the oat clusters in there, the dried berries, and the slightly sweetened wheat bran flakes. Now, unfortunately, I'm not going to eat any of these cereals for you today because this is literally what I eat every morning for breakfast, and I don't want to waste them filming a video. But let's quickly run through the other 2 boxes that I really like. This next one is Flax Plus Pumpkin Raisin Crunch. This one again has those crunchy wheat flakes and the little oat clusters with flax seeds, but instead of red berries, this one has pumpkin seeds and raisins. This is what Pumpkin Raisin Crunch looks like. You can see the flax seed in there, the pumpkin seeds, and the raisins. It's a great mix of flavors and textures and gives you a hearty mix of ingredients to start your morning. And there's one more box of Nature's Path cereal I want to show you. This is probably the one I've been eating the longest. Blueberry Cinnamon Flax. I really love this one, probably my favorite of all the Nature Path cereals. So it has those same crunchy wheat and flax flakes, but it also has crunchy little wheat and flax strands. They kind of look like twigs or sticks. It also has some puffed kamut in there, which I think is an ancient grain. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that right. And then of course there's a bunch of dry blueberries in there. So here's what a bowl of Blueberry Cinnamon Flax cereal looks like. You can see those little strands I was talking about there, and the puffed kamut, which kind of looks like unsweetened golden crisp. For me, all these cereals have a great hearty flavor with still enough sweetness to make it feel like I'm kind of eating a kid's cereal. They have about 9 grams of sugar per serving, so they're not necessarily healthy in that sense, but they definitely have more nutrition than just grain and sugar. The boxes are a little smaller, usually only about 4 to 5 servings per box, but price-wise they aren't too bad. They range from about $4 to $6 a box, which is much better than like Magic Spoon, and you get the same amount of cereal, and it tastes a lot better. And like I said, there's lots of flavors to choose from, so if these aren't your jam, maybe you'll find one that is. Anyway, this isn't an ad for Nature's Path. As I said before, I just genuinely really like their cereals. No fun commercials, no mascots, no fun games on the back of the box. And yet, it's still one of my favorite cereal brands out there. And I haven't covered them all these years, so I figured it was about time. Alright, well that's gonna do it for Nature's Path cereal. As always, thank you for watching, and until next time, stay crunchy. Maybe I will go eat a bowl of this right now.
Cereal time, cereal.